Hi, I'm Phil Ramsey from Shelbyville County, Indiana. We farm here with my wife and my youngest two sons, James and Joey. Been farming ever since my wife and I was married in 1979. We have 12 granddaughters and have a good time here on the farm with all the family, and especially having the youngest two sons farm with us. We raise corn and soybeans and wheat. We're also in the farm drainage business and farm excavating business as a sideline to our operation. The Ramseys moved to this part of Shelby County in 1865. Behind me you can see in the middle there's a building that is an old log cabin. That is the original kitchen to this farm. My grandpa lived here, and that was his blacksmith shop. He jacked it up and put a foundation under it and started the blacksmith shop here. And actually it's still exactly the way my grandpa left it in 1972, the last time he actually worked in there. So this farm here has been in the family for over 150 years. We were able to generally get planted early and timely with the corn and the soybeans. We did have some replant on corn and on the beans, but not a major amount. The wheat did very well for us this year. It wasn't my best crop, but it was really good. And we got our non-GMO double crop soybeans in the ground, and they're growing very well. And so we anticipate a good double crop on our soybeans. Our first crop beans are all seed beans that we raise for Beck's Hybrids in Atlanta, Indiana. The non-GMO double crop beans will go into the food market, I believe shipped to Japan. The corn, we raise both GMO corn and non-GMO corn. So we're selling to two different ethanol plants. We also sell non-GMO then to Cargill, Ingredion in Indianapolis, and Consolidated Grain and Barge down on the river. The last few months has been very interesting with the pandemic, with COVID-19. The side effects of the shutdown, the cutback on ethanol usage, and the price drop on corn has been the big issue for us, and the drop in price. We have a big world that wants to eat, and I know the slowdown with COVID is a problem that I believe is short term, and there's a strong demand for our products. I think that agriculture has some new things coming down here the next 5 to 10 years. So this is our grain setup. We have worked on this over the years since 1986 when we put the first grain bin up. So we've been adding grain bins as our operation has grown. We have several grain bins because with the non-GMO market that we've tried to hit, we also raise specific numbers, IP grain, and so we're able to keep that grain segregated in the smaller bins. Along with this operation, when we put the grain legs up, we had the opportunity to have internet transmitter put on top of the one grain leg, which is becoming more and more important to all agriculture and everybody with the technologies that we're needing to use and using the internet more and more. So in our operation, we use several different conservation methods. We have quite a few waterways that we've put in. What you see behind us here is a waterway that we built about 10 years ago when we purchased this farm. The water had been coming down through here and washing a gully that was about 3 feet wide and 4 feet deep. And every time we had a big rain, it was just a violent rushing of water full of dirt. And so we put in this concrete structure and built the waterway behind us. And now when we get a rain, it's just a beautiful flow of water with very little dirt in it or sediment. It's almost clear water that's just flowing nice and easy down through here and over this structure. There's about 600 to 700 acres that's in this watershed of water that comes flowing down through here. So this is one of our projects I'm quite proud of that we put in here. But we have put in waterways in several locations to try to control soil erosion and help increase water quality. So we use many different precision ag tools. The one that we're sitting here in the combine is the ag leader yield monitor, which we use, is very important to us. It tracks our yield as we're going through the field. We're able to see instantaneously what the yield is at that point. Plus, it's also recording it, so we now have documentation of what our yields are for that field. And so the information that we get, we can now use when we're forming our fertilizer plan and we're applying fertilizer. We can put it where it's best needed. And so the same monitor we're able to use in the corn planter and in the sprayer, so that we can track what we're doing there. We can keep records. We also have what is called auto swath, so it knows where we have already planted or applied chemicals or fertilizer. So as we turn or we overlap, it automatically shuts that tool off so that we're not over applying. And so that saves us a considerable amount of money in seed, fertilizer, and chemicals. We also have what's called RTK, which we have an accurate GPS signal within a couple inches. We have a transmitter off of our grain leg that we share with another farmer to provide that accuracy to the GPS signal. So when we're planting, we can use the auto steer feature and be able to have straighter rows and able to have more time. If it's steering itself, we've got more time to pay attention to the planter and the monitor, which is telling us everything that's going on about the planter, so we can do a very precision and accurate job. What I'd like to do is give you a personal message from a farmer that we are out here every day doing our best to provide a quality product for everybody, for you, for our country, for our own family. We're here, we're feeding our family the same food that we're producing and exporting or being used here in the United States. And I believe every farmer out here has a passion to do the very best job possible.